Like probably all ecologists, I love going for walks in nature. Hi, I'm Dominic Rebindaine. Yeah, so I'm a PhD candidate in the Global Vegetation Ecology group, and I study plant phenology, which is the timing of the recurring events in the annual life cycles of plants. So I specifically look at temperate forest phenology, and I use experiments, like climate manipulation experiments, large data carbon flux analysis and literature review to answer the questions about how climate change is affecting phenology. This is really important because events such as leaf out and leaf senescence can fundamentally alter ecosystem functioning by changing how carbon, water, nutrients and energy all cycle through those ecosystems. For example, in recent decades, global warming has led to an advance in spring, and this has led to longer forest growing seasons, which ultimately means higher carbon uptake. There's actually some studies recently that have shown that delays in autumn are actually more effective at taking up more carbon than advances in spring. So we really need to understand these changes and what's likely to happen in the future to inform our global carbon budget estimates. I studied my undergraduate in ecology at the University of Stirling in Scotland, and then I moved here to Zurich to do my master in biology at ETH Zürich, where I was lucky enough to do my thesis here at the Crowther Lab, and for some reason they let me stick around after. Growing up in Jersey, which is a small island, was constantly out in nature, you know, I really developed this sort of love and intrinsic value for plants and animals, and I wanted to work with them in some capacity. At first I thought I was going to be a vet, and then I kind of decided I was a bit too sensitive for that. And then I was going to be a conservation practitioner, but I kind of finally decided that my skill set was most adept for research and academia, so I ended up following that path. I think one of the main things that appeals to me about scientific research is always learning, always having questions and curiosities that the answers are not necessarily just there, you know, you can find some of them in the literature, but a lot of the time you have to kind of figure it out yourself or discuss with colleagues, and you can have really scintillating like debates and stuff. And then also knowing that if you do manage to come up with something that's quite important, then you can actually really have a direct impact through informing policy and management and stuff. I'm probably happiest when I'm just like sitting in the sun reading a book, and then when I get too hot I can jump in a lake, pool, sea, whatever, some body of water. And then I also love hockey, the field variety. I'm not cool enough for ice hockey. I like kind of all racket and ball sports, but hockey's definitely the best. Absolutely, next winter I'm going somewhere hot, because I'm so sick of the cold. The last few weeks, the last few months, I've just been ill and cold and sad, and I just want to go somewhere hot immediately.